changed by the next meeting, I think.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Everybody can keep working on it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, before we throw that out there and start and get two major things going at the same time,
Yeah.
we get the
So
one.
but I do want to make a comment on the application then. In the beginning of the application, it should say if there are 4 different criteria, they can,
That's what Linda is.
yeah, there should be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So then they know the waiver is at the last, the variance is at the first. Yeah,
The section that they're applying for.
exactly. Labeled it that. Okay. No, everything else was good because you covered all 4 of it. There should have been an right.
On the rules of procedure, you guys don't know me, but I'm obsessive compulsive when it comes to stuff like this. There's not consistency, and that's one of, sometimes it's called the chairperson, sometimes it's called the chair. Sometimes it's called the board, and sometimes it's called the ZBA. Sometimes it's capitalized, sometimes it's not. It makes me crazy.
So leave it in there. It's fun to see her get like that.
Yeah, you'd like to see me get like this. So, there's a lot of that. So we might be able to clean some of that up too.
And maybe then we come in next week and start that.
Sounds good to me.
But both, because every member needs to take the oath, and that wasn't mentioned.
That does happen when you go to the
But it
select.
does, but it should also say that the office has an appointment of the oath and the date that they took it. Like it should have.
No, we
the
have to sign
appointment.
that paper. It's on file in the selectmen.
No, it, well,
Before or right after the town meeting, requiring all board members to go in and at least check their status. I haven't heard any grumblings about changing from 3 years to 1 year or anything like that, but that you'll be required to go in, check your status, make sure you're current. I know I took an oath when
If I can speak to that real quick.
Sure.
Those gremlins you heard are correct. That's what we're looking to do. It's not just the ZBA, but all boards that have all committees and boards, make sure all members are current.
Right.
They don't always have to, renew, but make sure that they know when their, terms are up.
So maybe we wouldn't all have to go in, maybe one person could go in, get those. I'm assuming that hopefully there'll be a better job of actually keeping track in the office of where we all stand in our, and hopefully it could be as simple as going in, getting it printed out. Lori's is up on this date, Dan's is up on that, mine's up on that, Chuck's is up on this, Linda's, and then, whatever you want to do, if you want to require that we submit that.
Like I said, the idea is to make sure everybody's current. If somebody's term is expired and they want to be reappointed, then they can do it at that point. If they have another year, if they have another 2 years, whatever the decision is, at least they're aware.
So, I'm not a structured person. I know that probably shocks all you guys, but I definitely have come to understand how rules are important and enforcement of them are important. So yes, I think we could and should all do a better job of making sure this stuff is taken care of, because it can actually get you in trouble. If you go through a hearing or whatever and you got a voting member that's time has expired, it
what's on our
could
current
be a
rule
problem.
procedures, though, 3 years. I think our current was 3 years.
I think so.
But you might want to write down, it's 2 is the
There's
one
no
for
term
the
limit.
oath.
That was planning board. I don't think VA has any limit. I think planning board does, right? 3 years. But there was
I don't
nothing.
think we did. That
No,
was-
we didn't. We don't
because
have
we
one
had
right now.
people- Right.
Oh.
That's why I thought that was very odd, 1 year, because people have been around for a lot longer, and I thought it should
Right now
be-
there isn't a term.
That's for officers.
you know.
That's not for
Yeah, right.
members, that's for officers.
Right.
So
It's in the
yeah.
terminology, okay.
Yes.
I mean, Kyle can have
For
my
the chair,
spot now.
for the chair,
That's,
the vice chair.
That,
So
I
they're
said, you
for-
can have my spot now. I'm good.
That's that
Yeah.
office.
I'm,
Oh, see, no, thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
It's the terminology now, if it had members.
Yeah.
Okay,
We do need to clarify that.
Yep.
all right.
Well, it says it's under the section that says officers in court.
Yep.
So it's
Well, that's what
all
these two guys are
officers
working
serve for a
on.
year.
They're working
In
on
that,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that their term is, as a member is up, it means their
Right,
term
members
as
is
chair
down
is
here
up.
on number 3, yep, okay.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
planning
So,
board is,
is that good on that? Are we good on those two aspects of the new business? Because I would like to suggest that we talk about, this, the setbacks and stuff over on the lake. Because I think, when I talked to Kyle, that, he assumed that some of the setbacks are different, and this
Right.
is, this guy's got a garage over there that's this far. So, here's the way I look at it, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But like I tried to, as eloquently as I could, explain to that gentleman that, I'm of the opinion that we have ordinances and rules for a reason. Those setbacks are really important. Like I said, there's a whole host of things that goes with it. I always look at it from a road standpoint because that's what I do, backing out into the road, trying to get out the road, kids playing. I mean, and especially over there where it is so congested and you got the water and you got kids. I see them all the time, riding bicycles and doing what kids do, which is not paying attention, stopping before they go across the road, things like that. It's concerning to me. So, with that said, like that gentleman said, well, it creates a problem for everybody because they have these small lots and all of a sudden somebody wants a garage, which really isn't unreasonable for somebody to want a garage. But the problem is that when those lots were laid out and put up for sale by these developers, that was in the early 70s. Okay, this is Sunrise Lake we're talking about, not Lake Winnipesaukee. The general idea, I believe, was small weekend type camps where people would travel up from the city and enjoy our beautiful town and all these nice people that live here, and enjoy the lake and then go home. And, maybe spend a week's vacation or something, but they certainly weren't diced up small like that to build houses and be lived in year round, most of them. Well, that's what's happened. Little camps have turned into homes and rental properties, and that adds a whole nother dimension to the thing because when you're renting your place out, you got people that aren't familiar